Drafting-wise, it's kind of hard to point out who came out ahead. I do like what Shopify's got, to be fair, Jonathan. But I could see SKG doing very well with their own draft, so I'll reserve judgment.
Yeah, it's a little bit interesting. I didn't even notice Fly is taking the techies, so you are running the pause for Clinkz. A techies and SF lane is pretty strong, honestly. You can, again, sticky bomb, make it easier to land raises, blast off kill threat down the line. I don't know how much Ducha can really get out of that lane. Like, that's where this bounty hunter pick kind of falls flat. The SF in particular punishes it hard with the techies on top. It's not going to be easy for Ducha to try to slow down Artur. And that already makes it a really hard game for the side of Sand King Gómez.
Speaking of Sand King Gómez, they buy out all 3 blood grenades, whereas Shopify only picked up 1 on their whole squad, and I believe that was Fly that picked 1 up, so not sure if that really indicates anything, John. I mean, it might just mean that they're going to try and, secure those early kills in the laning stage if they can. It's the blood grenade, a very, very strong item for finding those first bloods if you can in your laning stage. We'll see if they get away with it, though, as we'll see Roshan just scurrying his way into the pit. I believe it was a 2-for-2 with the bounty rune trades, and it was. And we should start with the mid lane as per usual. Of course, you have Abed on the Void Spirit going to be up against Lund on the Queen of Pain. It's really hard to know who has the advantage. Like, it should be Lund on the Queen of Pain. But then it's Abed Void Spirit. It's kind of like if he goes for the right skill build, the Quap may feel like it just doesn't do enough.
Yeah, I mean, perhaps the first 2 to 3 levels is a little bit more awkward for the Void Spirit. The Quap can certainly take advantage, especially by level 3. But I think down the line, it's going to be really hard to look for direct kill threats onto Abed as long as he plays his cards right. If he can constantly land his own harassment with the Aether Remnant and just kind of play the farm game, you're pretty fine. You've got pretty good kill threat to rotate onto mid from the side of Shopify Rebellion as well. Whereas in comparison for Sand King Gómez, a Coddle and a Silencer don't feel particularly scary to pressure a Void Spirit early on. So that's one thing as well that Shopify can lean on.
Abed's taking a few tower hits here. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Fly able to already secure first blood on the techies, though he may drop, but no. Gets to the tower, going to be just fine. So the first blood already being drawn here for Shopify down at bot lane. Sadly, Arteezy did not take the kill, but nevertheless, I'm sure he'll be happy with the creeps just being available to him now for free.
And I like what they're doing. They're actually just catching 9 off more than they are Ducho, because the Bounty Hunter really can't do much. You can't walk up and right-click Artur. You can't really pressure techies either. You just get lined up for the bomb, and then the raises can come through if Artur has mana. So it's not the easiest time for Ducho. And again, you can see just Artur having a pretty free time, uncontested in CS for the most part, just able to do what he wants. Perhaps by level 4, this starts to get a little bit more playable for SKG, especially as the levels go up in 9. That's still a ways off. The last lane we haven't really looked up top. Saberlight on the mag along with Crit on that support. Clinkz up against Leonidas on his Alk and Jan Bura on that Silencer. And this is the lane where they really stack all their blood grenades up, but I honestly don't see a kill opportunity with Silencer Alk. This is not really the most aggressive lane for the Alchemist to play into. The Clinkz can kind of trade pretty favorably into the Silencer as well, for the most part, especially without the Glaives being picked up by Jan Bura. So Crit's kind of free to just buy space for Saberlight to farm. You're not slowing down the Alk by a huge amount. At the same time, Saberlight is allowed to farm safely into his Vanguard timing, which is when things really simplify for the mag anyway.
It's kind of hard to know who that's preferable for. Because if you are Shopify, you're more than happy to just free farm the lanes. Just have confidence that you are the better team. It's mid lane. Lund taking a fair bit of damage here from Abed. Kind of one of the things with the Void Spirit right now, like it just hits so hard. The funniest thing is it was nerfed to be absolutely fair, but it just still hits like a truck. Lund has been taking way more harassment as bottom lane. There is going to be a bit of a blast off here on Ducho. Arteezy saving the last raise. Not going to be quite enough, but he'll have another one soon. And they've got the sticky bomb. Ducho is going to drop Fly, able to secure another kill here on the techies. Having a very good time so far in the POS 5.
Again, it's a lot of aggression down bot. Artur is just going to be able to farm up. There's not much threat from the bounty and from the Coddle. So you're really just kind of stuck copping that lane. You are looking for more from your other lanes, but it's not really going too smoothly. Like, you've got a decent enough start for Abed up against Lund. You are behind by 5 CS, quite a fair bit of EXP being lost by Lund as well. Half a level down. Abed's going to be able to hit that 6 mark, start dancing around as well. And the right-click damage of the Void Spirit's just ridiculous. Item builds open for Abed this game. Doesn't feel like there's anything in particular he needs to go for faster. He could go for the Desolator. They do manage to cut off Fly from his blast off with a good blinding light at the very least.
Yeah, there's one little counter towards the techies is you can just kind of knock him away mid-blast off and it still goes on cooldown for some reason. 9, gonna have to be on the lookout for that as Lund, mid lane, wrap around the Aether Remnant and will be okay to survive as Abed does not have level 6 yet. Neither does Lund, to be fair. They're both sitting at level 5, a very even affair in the mid lane, though Abed should hit level 6 first. As bottom lane, they're going to try and make the jump in once again. Arteezy, though, is in trouble. There was a rotation from Yambura, and they are able to secure the POS 1 SF. So SKG, able to find their first kill on the board. And what a hero to pick off, it is the SF.
Yeah, it's a nice one to take. Although,
oh,
damn.
Fly just gets it done on his own. Meanwhile, top lane, Leonidas now going to find himself in danger. Though I say that, he's going for the fight back against Crit. Crit forced the Fury Fire up to survive through it, and now Leonidas is the one running, but he's going to be just fine to survive. So 3-1 now in favor of Shopify Rebellion. Still, SKG not too far behind.
Yeah, they're doing a fine enough job to keep up. Leonidas has managed to use that solo lane quite well. Now they can pressure just a little bit, though they can't find the follow through onto Saberlight, but this is good enough of a launching point for Yalk to feel relatively comfy here. Probably just still going to go for the usual Radiance build-up, which is still going to be effective against a lot of these right clicks, but again, you're in good territory for Saberlight. Ring of Helltop, Vanguard probably not too far off, and there it is, the full Vanguard's already up. So he's not really under pressure from a kill threat from the Yalk either. And again, all things considered, even without killing Arteezy down
top lane. Leonidas, he is very far forward, does land the stun. Saberlight, though, does have a shockwave up in any moment and should have the kill. Will do so as now Yambura was trying to help out, but might also find himself in a spot of danger. He's able to just kind of walk out of range of Saberlight. But they do find the POS 1 Alchemist, so a pretty massive kill here for the side of Shopify. Ducho, just jump in again from Fly. Blast off is going to land and they have the dust up, so Shopify able to take the kill here against Ducho as Arteezy will pick up his first kill of the game.
Yeah. Kind of compensating for that death early on. I want to take this moment to rant about Universal Heroes, as I always do. Why does Techies have 77 plus 5 damage at this point in the game?
That
just
is
with a wand and a circlet.
That is a very good point. I'm not going to lie.
I ask myself this question every time. It's like, why they get so much to support Universals? Venge is probably the worst support Universal right now because Venge is just kind of dead. But Wind Ranger with 2 bracers having 900 HP plus 70 plus damage. Techies with his range having this much damage with just like these items. It's like, why?
Why not, John? Why the hell not? Why can't my boy Techies get a bit of love? You know? Here we go. Nine's in trouble. They've got Blast Off up, but the Blinding Light going to be enough to kind of get him out of range. Instead, though, they're looking towards Ducho, and Arteezy just lands every single raise. Ducho just loses over half his HP instantly. Just going to be so cautious with those level 3 raises. Just so much damage being pumped out. Meanwhile, mid lane, Abed makes a jump in for an Arcane Rune, but now he's out of mana. No, never mind. Stick charges and a juke out on the Sonic Wave. I mean, he's still going to die. He was trying to be really flashy about it. He's all right. I mean, a big kill here for Lund.
Yeah, you don't mind the way that kill comes out. You get that pick off on Abed. You get a bit of a launching point for the cloth. Granted, Sonic Wave is a pretty long cooldown, and they've got room to play aggressive up top here.
That they do. Yambura going to drop down the silencer. You know what? Now that we've actually seen that happen, why did he jump back in? Apart from just looking flashy as hell. Like, he could have just jumped the other way.
Yeah, he could have. I'm not sure. Maybe he expected me more of a kill threat. I believe would crit perhaps, but
Dire's top tower is under
I
attack.
don't know. You know, like maybe he just wanted to try. If he did clip the quap, like if he had enough reach, perhaps something could have happened if someone else came in, but it doesn't quite line up. I don't think that was around or rune timing either, so you couldn't have anything to steal.
Dire's
Nice
top
juke from
tower
Ducho,
is
but he's still been dusted up here down at bot lane, so he's going to try for the TP out, the Requiem. Oh, Ducho's going to cancel the TP.
structures are
I'm not sure he would have made it anyway, but now he is just guaranteed to die. Would have much rather just kind of seen if he could have made it out. Nevertheless, Arteezy, another kill for him on the SF.
7-2 start here for Shopify Rebellion. Again, every lane just feeling great. Now, you do have room now for Leonidas to just free farm in the Alk, but he's been hitting the jungle very early on, giving a free lane to Saberlight as well. He's already working onto that Echo Saber with a power threads up and running. So you're going to have a lot of damage, a lot of threat, especially once the harpoon's up on Saberlight. And honestly, there's just nothing stopping them from Sand King Gómez. You have one here that can currently play. It is Lund on the Quap, but no one can really connect with a Quap just yet. Maybe once you hit level 6 on Ducho, that's when you should really start to apply some pressure with the track. But I just don't know if you have enough control, because you really don't have too much stunts. You don't have too much in crowd control until you get global silence up for Jan Bura. He is close to that level 6 mark. It's still really dicey. It's such a long cooldown to play around with a bounty kill.
Leonidas almost getting taken down by the Ancients there. He's going to be able to survive. He does have 9 helping clear those stacks. My big concern is, like, you look at the net worth board, Saberlight, he is very far, well, not very far ahead, but the fact that he's second place and look at these stacks he's farming right now, like, he's still huge on the Magnus, and ahead of him is still Arteezy on the SFs. This is against an Alchemist and a Bounty. Mind you, you haven't really taken off on the Bounty Hunter yet. Like, you haven't really tried to go for those track kills, but I mean, the Alchemist still far behind enough to make a dent in this hero, and I suppose once he has the Radiance up, it'll be a little bit of a different story, but it feels like Shopify are just so much quicker in terms of farming.
They are. They can clear out the map. It's because you're not getting pressure from Sand King Gómez at all to deny any area of the map. Like, they're not able to make any plays. They're forced to just kind of sit back. Only the Alchemist can kind of clear these camps effectively at the moment. You can't really farm up with a Bounty Hunter in that sense as well. So you just get more value from a passive game for Shopify Rebellion. They've got the Vanguard up on Ducho at the least. Down the line, you can again start to play with track. We need to see that come out from SKG. They are smoked up on Lund and 9, but again, how do you even pin these heroes down? Just don't have the
Pretty hard. Not the easiest, that's for sure. 7-2 now. Bottom lane, looks like there are going to be some rotations here from Fly, so maybe you could try to go after Ducho again, as the creep wave was giving vision, but he seems to be very well aware that someone's TP'd in. Ducho will just go ahead and take the bounty rune and just run his way out. Meanwhile, mid lane, Crit is still just casually taking the tier 1 mid tower. You can't underestimate the damage these skeleton archers can deal when the tar bomb is applied to the tower. Like, it's just kind of ridiculous that Clinkz can just do this in the mid lane and there's not much you can do about it. He's still doing it. He's still just waiting for the skeleton to expire, and there we go again. The tower's just gone. Like, you might find the kill, but that's so worth it for Crit. Look at this hero, John. Can they actually kill him? Dust up, he's dead. But why is this hero at level 7 allowed to walk in by himself against 3 heroes and take the mid tier 1 tower? Tell me that.
The hero. It's just it's one of those things for the patch, right? Like, we got some weird reworks. Clinkz is,
Yeah.
I mean, he's just up there. Can take the objectives. Map control is going way of Shopify Rebellion off the back of that. It already had the medallion for quite a fair bit. Solar Crest not too far off now. The push pace of SKG is not that fast either, in comparison to that one hero.
Woo. Saberlight very close to connecting that skewer, not quite able to get there in time though, so Lund is able to blink away. Echo Saber now available on Arbed, so he probably does want to go for a fight. SKG, they're more than happy to try and drag this game out though. Like, they do have the Arc. They do have a bounty. They'd love to just keep the game going as long as humanly possible. Shopify Rebellion, on the other hand, they're going to smoke up as 3, try to head in towards that dire triangle and see if they can find somebody. Leonidas, he is taking a lot of Ancients right now. Or rather, just a double stack, but nevertheless, still a lot of gold just going to be left behind if he's not too careful, as Abed's going to make the jump in on 9. They have already picked off the Keeper of the Light, but now Abed, he's trapped up. The Global Silence making sure he could knock it out. That's a great trade here for SKG. And they can go right back to the triangle.
They can keep farming up, just a little bit of impatience, jumping the Coddle instead of checking up the high ground first. Lose out on a much more valuable target, Arteezy. Playing tag, but doesn't have enough of a kill threat to not be in too much danger up against Lund. No Sonic Wave to threaten the burst. Good track kill for SKG to find. We need to see more of that. Just have Ducho ready to jump in, get the tracks up for the team, and just keep connecting.
Look at this damage. This is a mid-quap against the Pos 4 Clinkz. Yo, look at that damage. Lund is gone. Saberlight able to set up with the RP. And he is just fine to TP back to the fountain. But Crit just took out half his HP in the matter of a couple seconds. Let's go again, shall we? Ducho? Well, Ducho is going to get caught by an Aether Remnant and Abed's getting to work. It's by the tier 2 tower, so he should be just fine. Or is he? Crit's stalking him right now. Let's see what happens. I mean, he doesn't have the silence anyway. He should not be able to secure the kill. Instead, back into the mid lane, they'll look for Yambura. Yambura gonna try. Look at this, John. How is this fair? How is that fair, John?
Yeah. It's just the way it is, you know?
That was with bonus armor from the tier 2 tower.
It doesn't count for much when you've got the full solar crest up. So, you just melt. Unfortunately, Leonidas handling up. He has a blink.
Abed again being caught out. Another massive pickoff for SKG as they find Crit as well with the track, so they can chase him down in the Clinkz. Crit should be dead. Surely no way out of this one. They'll commit the Sonic Wave just to ensure they secure the kill. And don't forget, these kills are worth a lot more to SKG than they are to Shopify. These are track kills being handed over.
It's a great way to bounce back in. Full Crimson Guard now up and running on Ducho. He has decent enough strength gain, so some good damage block down the line to help you deal with, especially that Clinkz. That is a pretty good solution to the damage output coming out from Crit if he's in the area on that Bounty Hunter. So some answers are starting to show up. You've got number 1 net worth now for Leonidas with the space and the kills that he's managed to find. Should be able to ramp up into that BKB and start to have some presence. However, Shopify Rebellion, they've got that Harpoon up on Saberlight. They've got the Skewer back ready to go. Straight into a Hex as well. Or Saberlight here. See if they find something off the smoke. They got the scan on Leonidas.
Yeah, that they do. Leonidas. Oh, a nice blink away. Quick reactions here against Saberlight. Does still stun himself, but wants to stay in position to go for a fight. They do have global up here on Yambura, as long as he stays alive, and chances are he is just dead. Fly picks up the kill. 5th one for him on the techies.
They're just a little bit too slow coming out with that Crimson Guard. If you manage to block some more of that damage, you might have that.
Saberlight's just running in by himself here. And he does have his team nearby. 9 is just taking so much damage from Saberlight. He's actually trapped up in the tree line. He'll get away. Meanwhile, towards the south, there is going to be a Requiem. So Ducho is gone. 9 is gone. And Shopify slowly but surely is starting to just show off. They're just doing it on their own.
Just a little bit too scattered coming out here from SKG. Sand King Gómez need to work as a unit. Shopify Rebellion aren't really splitting across the map. They are committing on these objectives as a team, whereas for SKG, the response is a little bit more staggered. You know, they're not able to really come in, try to play with the global silence, try to play with these track kills that we've seen some success in. And when Shopify Rebellion clumps up, like they just win outright. They've got the output, they've got the presence of the Dark Lord up, so Crit's damage output's even more crazy as long as he's sticking near Artur. And I mean, they're still getting decent farm on Leonidas, but everyone's being sacrificed. Lund way behind in comparison to Saberlight. Ducho, same story here as well. Like, these heroes are just not at the point where their own item times are getting hit. So even if your Alk is ready to go, like he has to carry the weight of his other cores as well because they're just underfarmed.
It's not a good time for SKG to say the least, as Leonidas now going to run into Arbit, but there's a harpoon out from Saberlight, dragging him right back to the loving arms of Arteezy as Leonidas is gone. Arbit, he'll just keep going for more. Ducho does get caught out and should have no way out as they just throw him across this fight. Fly picking up his 6th kill of the game now on the Techies. 6-0-3 on the Techies, by the way, as we are going right into Roshan, apparently.
Yeah, why not? You've got the damage with Clinkz. This doesn't take too long. Unfortunately, one of the skeletons spawns outside.
Oh. For some reason, I mixed up Clinkz and Techies. Go on, John.
Yeah. Well, wait.
Shut up, John. Go on.
No, I mean, it's fair, because look at Fly's right-click damage. It's 100. It's 107.
Oh, bottom lane.
Radiant's middle tower.
I mean, the thing is, John, you know what really bothers me about this Clinkz hero?
Yeah.
He can tar bomb the towers, right?
Yeah, that's that. I don't know if that's intended. I guess it is for now, but it feels like it shouldn't be that way, you know?
He gives plus 65 to his skeleton archers, which are doing 15 damage at the moment, so 80 damage per skeleton archer. This is a level 1 skeleton walk, by the way. You're going to have a 3rd one very, very soon. And it's just, why do their skeleton archers do 80 damage each? Like, you're going to have 3 of them soon. Plus a Clinkz, who's also getting the tar bomb bonus when you put it on the tower.
Yeah, it's very balanced. And the tower takes longer to kill them off as well, as you'd expect. So the tower really has no saving grace. Who would win? A big hunk of magical stone that defends, or one skelly boy?
Oh,
Tell me
you
who
can't
would win.
underestimate those skelly boys, John. You just can't do it.
Those bones hit hard. Get your
bet they
calcium,
do.
guys.
Dire's bottom tower
Shopify
is
Rebellion.
under attack.
6k in the lead now, 15-6. Looking to chase down SKGs. 9 and Yambura looking to back their way up. Wisdom runes. Looks like they're both probably just going to go the way of Shopify, as Fly is able to pick one up on the dire end of things. I think SKG just understanding the position they're in this game, just need to sit back and keep that farm going. As bottom lane, Lund will try and escape from Arbit. We'll be able to do so with the Blink. Or rather top lane though, Ducho, can't say he's so lucky.
Has fallen.
They had to use a gold sounds there as well to save out Lund. So you're not going to have that on Yonbura for quite some time. What's happening, Mike?
This hero is so stupid.
Yeah,
So dumb.
he is. He is. Nullifier next. I mean, if you can get away with it in the lane, you know, it really pays off. Have a greedy support like this. So,
That's literally the build. It's literally Solar Crest
Yeah.
into Nullifier every game,
That's
and then
it.
they buy an Orchid after that for some reason. Like,
Yep.
it's just... Anyway.
this is the support for people who don't want to play supports.
Dire's top tower
This is it right now.
attack.
I don't know if you can call what Crit's doing support gameplay. I mean, he's buying wards. He's basically a core.
Dire's top tower
A core with
has fallen.
less farm still than an actual core, but more than enough impact.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I mean, he's got 6k net worth, but he can deal the same damage as someone with 14k net worth. You know, being Saberlight. Like, they were even damage. On the Bounty Hunter, that is. It was just... Here we go. Arbet's in. Yambura has been spared. No, not quite. Arbet just... We're letting Fly take it, as now they've got Lund as well. Perfect setup from Saberlight. Shopify Rebellion, 23 minutes into the game, looking to go high ground. Leonidas, he's going to try and make a bit of a jump in on the Alchemist. Not really going to matter too much, though. Saberlight's just getting to work, and that's going to be one lane of barracks gone. SKG still trying their best to find a way to defend this, but without their mid-quap and their silencer, it can prove to be a little bit challenging, as Leonidas is going to make the jump in with his BKB and the stun out, but Arbet's still going to be fine to survive through it, and look at the damage output. Leonidas is just dead. Oh,
Just
goodness
melts.
me.
That is not a
Saberlight.
comfy time.
Saberlight's pushing Yambura back towards the fountain, trying to help the enemy out, as 9 is going to be able to make it. Lund, can he at least find Saberlight? No, he cannot. Saberlight's fine.
Dire's bottom tower.
That's just mega creeps.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Another one. Perfect Aether Remnant from Arbit onto Ducho now. Ducho? No, they're going to leave him alone. They want Yambura. Yambura is just dead as Lund actually finding the Aegis off Arteezy. He will respawn up, but Arbit's going right to work in the back. Lund is just able to blink out, just barely.
The Radiant now have mega
Arbit will back his way out.
24-minute mega creeps. I don't know if you can manage this at all.
Oops, Leonidas. He's going to try to run. Arbit's on the chase, unable to pick him off. I mean, last time we saw SKG, they made the comment of Smurfyundo, and right now it looks like Shopify is Smurfyundo in here, John. So it's a very one-sided affair. Lund is going to drop. Arbit still jumping in and out, just trying to be an absolute nuisance as Ducho's going to run. Leonidas is charging up another stun. Arbit's going to be able to juke that one out, but Sableye won't be so lucky. Requiem's there now. Leonidas is going to get RP'd up. And Shopify will take him out, as there is going to be a very quick disconnection from Ducho. Whew.
Yeah, they call
Ducho is not happy.
To be fair, they picked him Bounty Hunter last pick with a Kotl support, and they left the SF. Like, out of all the matchups, you could try to play the off-lane Bounty Hunter, and it does